Woven Almanac Podcast channel. If you're new, I'll give you a very quick introduction. My name is Dawn. I'm a British expat living in the Netherlands, just outside of Amsterdam, and I'm originally from Manchester, which is the northwest of England. This podcast channel is where I get to share all my crafty chatter with you that I've been up to in a sort of 2 to 4 week period. I also have another channel, a vlog channel. I upload every Sunday morning to the Dawn Stays channel, a weekly vlog all about what I've been getting up to and just general day-to-day life, bit of oversharing now and again, but all the regular viewers there are pretty much used to me by now. As a result, because I do have the dedicated vlog channel, I won't be giving like a live update in the podcast. If you want to nosy and see what we get up to, I will put a link below, and there'll also be links and or text to everything I talk about in the podcast in the description box below. Occasionally there'll be a link on the screen that you can click on something. And I am reachable on Instagram's probably the best way to get hold of me, although I'm not actively using the Woven Almanac Instagram account. I use the Dawn Stays one. I host a really nice and very small Facebook group for general crafting, Crafty World 1. So if you want to go over there and join and just share the crafty stuff you've been working on, again, link below. And I also, what do I do? I've got the vlog channel. I think that was it. Yeah, the Dawn Stays channel, my Instagram account, and the Facebook group. That's it. Okay. Today I'm drinking a boring Nescafe coffee, which I think I do every episode. And it's still quite hot. So firstly, I debated whether to film this episode because it's 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks since I last filmed a podcast. And, you know, without sort of dwelling on it too much, the world is a very, very different place to what it was 3 weeks ago. And as a result, I've been in a huge crafting slump. I've felt very low energy, not very motivated, just like struggling really to do anything. And what little I do has to be very sort of small and not too taxing on the brain. I've also been sporting a frozen shoulder injury for over a year now, and that's all flared up again. So that's also hindering me with a lot of the crafting I do. So I was in a debate whether to share what I've been up to, because a lot of it is a repeat of episode 3, although I have made a bit of progress on everything. So I thought, you know what, I'll just film. I have shared, how I've been feeling on the vlog channel, and the feedback from everybody there is that everybody, we're all feeling pretty much the same way. So I thought, even if it's just half an hour, let's just give it a go. Stick me on in the background. Hopefully you've got something of your own to be working on, and, just listen to me having a little waffle in the background, and just, use the time not to sort of think about serious things in life. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here now to chat to you, but, low expectations, disclaimer, don't expect a marathon sprint on anything. So I have got some knitting to share with you. I have got a bit of crochet this time, and I've got some other general crafty stuff, and I've got some incoming that I'll share with you. So yeah, hopefully we can while away an hour or half an hour together. So I will start with a knitting update. I have managed, I've got hair in my mouth now. I have managed to finish a couple of things. Now, this hair is still annoying me. What have I done? I haven't stuck on my glasses. That's why. Because I haven't got my glasses on, I can't see. It's a big, big long hair. got you. Okay, I think, yes. So, in episode 3, I spoke about the year of dishcloths. February's dishcloth, that's by the Garlane, the kitchen sink knitter, and I had to pull this back because concentration. So I think I had to pull it back to about here, halfway. So anyway, as you can see, I finished it. It was the February dishcloth, hence the little hearts on it. There is a couple of mistakes. Sorry, the lightings are not great in here. But yeah, I got it done. I finished it. This is in Scapers Katona, and I'm knitting all the dishcloths from scraps. So no ball bands, I'm afraid. But it's like this nice sugary candy floss pink. It's lovely. Really, really pleased with it. Because it's a dishcloth, it's only for me. I've not bothered blocking it, although I should do for at least so you can see. So February's done. And I'm been a bit more successful at these because they're just small bite-sized projects. You know, they're not sort of too daunting, you know, to do. So this one came through. This was March. If you want to sign up to the dishcloth, I'll put a link below to Garlane's maybe Ravelry page. And then if you sign up to her newsletter, you get a free dishcloth pattern on the first of every month. And I did every one of them last year, no, except one, I have to catch up on. And they're just like little gifts that arrive in your inbox every month. So I was super happy to get this one. This one is, bear with me, Emily's Garden. Now the tension's very dodgy. You can see where I've just gone super, super loose tension. I just kept going. Again, Scapers Katona, but I love this little lace detail around the edge. Even though the quality of the knitting is really dodgy, I still do love it. And it's like this nice sagey green colour. So yeah, 2 finished objects, dishcloths, hurrah, hurrah. And I didn't pull this one back. I really, really did. Even though the tension at one point was like really ropey, I just was like, you know, carry on. Anyway, so have some dishcloths. So the other thing I did manage to finish was, again by the kitchen sink shop from Garlane, I did show you one finished sock, and I finished both of them. I've got a pair of socks, woohoo! This pattern is Key to My Heart. Now, I'm going to say something about these. Garlane actually has 2 sock patterns, and I'm not sure if the name is Key to My Heart, but there's a DK version and a 4-ply, sock weight. This is the DK that I knitted mine in, and the clue is the pattern. The DK has 1 heart on the front, and then the 4-ply has little hearts all the way around. And I wanted to do the DK. This is in newer worsted, and it's yak, merino, and linen blend. And they're just gorgeous. This yarn is amazing. And as I said, it's DK, and they feel beautiful. These are actually going to be my home office socks because they're quite thick. But I tell you what, if you've never knitted DK socks before, give them a go. They've worked up a treat. And yeah, they're just so nice. I love this yarn. And it was a dream to knit with. This was leftovers from, I knitted the Sherbet Fizz shawl by the Amber O'Brien, I think it was. And I had a 50-gram skein left over. And then my local yarn shop, Helene Designs, she's got an online shop as well, link below. I was like, oh, I'm going to play yarn chicken with the second sock. And lo and behold, she had this same yarn on sale. And I didn't even check the lot number because I figured, well, they're going to be on my feet. Who knows? Who sees? So, yeah, Yay, a pair of socks. It's not too bad, but again, once I'd got past the heart, it was like plain knitting, sofa knitting, not too heavy on the brain. That makes sense. Okay, all right. Let's keep on the socks. I'm going to have a slurp. I think this is going to be a short one today, guys. Okay, so also in episode 3, I shared with you that I put my lattice top socks by Kay Jones in the naughty corner. I had one finished one with a heel that I really didn't like, and then I had to pull back the second sock all the way to the plain knit. So I'd pulled back all the lace. I'd made a right pig's ear of the lace. It was terrible. And in the last episode, I said to you I was going to try the shadow wrap heel. And I did. And I think under normal circumstances, it would be the easy breezy heel choice to go to every time. But my yarn, the pink, is Lammy's running, is a little bit splitty. And I don't know, my concentration, I just couldn't do it. I could not do it. And I thought, why are you doing this to yourself? It's supposed to be something to relax you and give you pleasure and just chill me out. And yeah, I was just getting, all worked up with it. So I pulled back the heel and I went to my favourite heel flap and gusset. And you know what? I don't mind. I really don't mind. So I'm going to have a pair of socks that are odd. Do I care? No, I don't care. I've decided at the moment I'd rather be doing some kind of dodgy crafty than nothing at all. So it's just about giving myself a break and just accepting that at the moment I can't do anything that's, going to sort of stretch my brain out too much. So yeah, we'll sort of have matchy socks. The decrease, so I did a 64 stitch cast on, and the yellowy yarn, I spoke about this is my own hand dyed yarn. It's got like a little pink undertone to it. It's like buttery, caramelly pink shades, and you can see a stripe. So I love the combination. I'm super happy with them. They're lovely socks, really nice, and the lace gives them a nice, really generous stretch. But yeah, I think once I'm down, I think I've got another 4 or 5 rounds of the decrease, the gusset decrease, and then it's just plain knit. And I will do, I think this was the umbrella toe. Normally I do a wedge toe, but I'll stick to the toe pattern that's at the toe that's in the pattern. And it's a nice toe. Fits nice. It's comfortable. But yeah, I've just made the one tweak. Let's just keep it easy. These I've knitted, they're on my Chai-Goo red lace. And I don't remember. They're probably 2.5. That's my go-to needle for my socks. Yeah, they will be. I can't see where they're written. So I'm almost another pair of finished socks. Almost. So yeah, hopefully next time you tune in, I'll have finished another pair of socks. And then I have another one sock. So I've got a hoe to show you. And I gave you a sneaky peek of that in the last episode of the colour, and now the pattern's released. So last episode I've shown you a hint of a yellow and dark grey, like a mustard yellow and dark grey sock. And I can now reveal, and I'm going to pop it on sock blocker. Should have done that first. I can now reveal what the pattern is and who it's by because it's all been released. And the reason I had a sort of one sock ready is I test knitted these, which was an absolute dream. And it's really fun to test knit because, you know, you get put in a test group normally and then you meet lots of nice new knitty friends, which is fun. And it's also nice to see all the variations. So here we go. Ta-da! So this sock is by my lovely friend Angela McGowan, who is knitting on the farm. And these are, I'm going to get this right, the Bridge Before Home sock pattern. I did the repeat. You can see they're like little bridges. I did the repeat a little bit shorter than the pattern called for. And you can see it's got this lovely eye of partridge heel, which I really, really like doing that. And I think it's a wedge toe. So yeah, I have cast on, I've only got as far as the cuff. So I've cast the cuff on to do the second sock, but yeah, really nice. And the nice thing when we were testing is just seeing all the different variations that the testers did. And I do know that Angela has done a collab with Susie, who's Elderflower Stitches. Many of you might know her. She's actually she has a YouTube channel as well, but she's a yarn dyer. And Susie has dyed up some colourways for Bridge Before Home pattern, and I saw that I'll put a link below to Angela's Instagram, and you can see there all the different patterns that all the different colourways that the sock knitters did, and then Angela's knitted some up in the colourways, and you can knit them in these like a full skein of a colour, but there's also minis to go with it, which are gorgeous. And somebody, I think it might have been Debbie, did like with the we did minis. Was it Debbie or Angela? I can't remember now. Sorry girls, if you're watching. Like the bridge in a mini colour, and then the grey. There's a lovely grey tone that's in it. And then a colour, then the grey, and the effect was beautiful. It gave a gorgeous kind of fade. So, yeah, there you go. So there you go, pattern reveal. Really enjoyed knitting that. Can't recommend it enough. This is actually, dinked myself in there. This is actually Angela's second sock pattern, and I test knitted her Christmas socks for her, which were I can't remember the name of them now. They had gorgeous little Christmas trees all around the cuff. They were so nice. Okay, so I'm all socked out at the moment. I am going to cast on a pair of vanilla socks. I've decided that's going to be my next when I'm into it. These are knitted. I don't think I mentioned it. Have I got the ball bands? I might have. I do. These are in Lammies running, and I don't know which one's the grey and which one's the yellow, but one of the colours is 350 and one of them is 00006. If you can see that. So, but I don't remember which one's which. Hopefully in the description box below. But it's lovely yarn, Lammies. And this is also by Lammies, the pink. I don't know, they always have like a nice sort of heather to them and a bit of a halo. So I mentioned as well that I had the knitting pattern for the Sue Bear, is it? I've had that for a while. I've still not cast it on, but I've got I've got like a really dark green and a nice dark brown in this, and I thought they would look really nice, but alas, no concentration to do that. Okay, what else have I got knitting wise? Oh yeah, the shaped shawl. not really anything major to show you, but I thought I would just demonstrate what my concentration's like at the moment. And I've done this about 4 times now. I've got my right and wrong sides mixed up. So if you can see how that, the increase done the wrong way and the decrease. So you can see there. See, it's doing this. So I've got to pull back 3 or 4 rows of that. It's terrible. I mean, I've made a little bit of progress. I think when I first shown you this in the last episode, I'd only done like this much. So it is working up, and I tell you what, I'm thrilled with the colours. Don't you think they're lovely? I did mention the, I'll put the links below, all the names. This, the colour, the main colour is from Beth, who is Telling Yarns. I think it's Aboard Hogwarts Express or something like that. And this sort of yellowy fleck, the eyelet, is by Blue Fern Yarns. So, done a bit, need to pull it back. It's going to be gorgeous when it's done. Actually, I'm glad I've shown you now because you couldn't really see the colour work so nicely. Yeah. These were Knit Pro Zings, the interchangeable, on 4.5mm in my Crafty Clay Creations Christmas bag. Oh, I don't know. Right, one more knitting thing to show you. I'm racing through this. What I think I wanted to do at the end, hopefully I don't forget. Let me write it down so I don't forget. I was planning on showing you some exercises to do. There'll be timestamps below if you want to skip. If you're not into knitting and you want to see the crochet, there's timestamps that you can just fast forward or go back. So I think at the end, I'll do a little segment on the stretching exercises that I've been doing for my neck and shoulder. Because most knitters and crocheters get, you know, some kind of RSI in that area. So I'll show that with you. I don't mind making a fool of myself. Right, one more knitting thing I have to put down. So, famous last words. I was convinced I would have my Felix sweater pullover on in this episode. And I haven't. And I've hardly done a thing on it. But I thought, well, I'll show you because the pattern called, it recommended that you do your preferred cast off on the bottom ribbing. And I was like, well, what to do? And then I had a mind to do the, I forget, is it Jen's Super Stretchy Bind Off? Is that what it is? So I was looking, but I have done that before, I think on mittens or, you know, fingerless gloves. And it gives like, it's like too stretchy. For me, it always gives like this sort of fluted out effect. So I was humming and hawing what to do. And then I came across a bind off, which was also classed as stretchy. And it was the Icelandic bind off. And I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Oh my gosh, it's full of the cat and dog hair. I think I'd clean this up first. I thought I'd give it a go because what I'd seen was it gave a nice sort of edge to the bottom of it, and I must admit I'm quite pleased with it actually. So here's the Icelandic bind off, and you can see it's really stretchy. And yeah, I think it gives like a really nice, neat finish. And it was super, super easy to do. Surprisingly quick as well. So I have cast off. Oh, look at it, it's full. It fell out of the bag and then got kicked around the floor. So Jack's clearly, my dog has had a go in that. So now, again, these are Knit Pro Zing interchangeable. So I've put the needles on. And I've started So I've hardly got anything left to do on it, but I just don't know. I'm in this slump. So I've tried it on and it fits really nice. Could have done with being a fraction bigger, and it's still a bit shorter than I wanted. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to go with it. I'll block when I've finished. I'll give it a really good block, because then I think that will help it a lot. But I'm just, oh, it's so nice. This, I mean, obviously it's, you know, this time of year, it's spring now in the Netherlands, so I'm not going to be wearing it anytime soon. But oh, it looks so nice on. And I'm in a bit of a dilemma now on the sleeve, because I can already start reducing. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to leave it quite long before I reduce, because it is a bit on the fitted sides, and I've got bingo wings, so I don't know. I think that's why I stalled on this, because I was like debating what to do on the sleeve. But yeah, I'm not going to decrease just yet. So yeah, that's the Felix pullover. That's Amy Christopher's, and I did share this in the last episode, but I'll share it now in case you're interested. It's an Aran knit cardigan pullover. It's a paid for pattern, and I'm knitting mine in Elise Super Lana midi, which is 25% wool and 75% acrylic. Did I get that right? Did I get it right? 75% acrylic, 25% wool, yeah. So that's what I'm knitting mine in. And the colour is gorgeous. It's colour 241, if you're interested. Elise is quite easy to get hold of in the Netherlands. It's a Turkish brand, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Turkish brand. The only thing is it's a hand wash, but that's okay. That's fine. So there's the Felix pullover. Will I have it finished next time? I hope I do. Let's see. I'm just giving myself a break, you know. Yeah, I was watching, because I watched episode 3 just to see like what I'd finished, and my enthusiasm, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't do any of it. Well, I have some dishcloths and socks. Right, that's my knitting. How are we doing? About half an hour in, that's all right. Right, crochet, also not been faring very well. So I've shown you, I bought the pattern by Frog and Cast for her, and it was a frog and toad pattern, and I had already started crocheting the toad, and I just couldn't concentrate. I couldn't do it. And you know, I'm not a beginner crocheter, and I'm not an intermediate. You know, I can pretty much crochet anything, and I just couldn't wrap my head around the pattern. Try and I kept frogging it. Excuse the pun. And I just got so fed up with it that I just started freestyling. So this is as far as I've got. The arms and fingers, are they fingers? Do frogs have fingers? Totally made up. Made it up. Freestyled. Just because I just was like, just get it done. Even the legs are odd. And I would have finished it, because you can see it's quite small. It's tiny. But then there was a whole sort of complicated thing with the eyelids, and I was like, no, I haven't got the headspace for this. And I'm so deflated with myself, because I was that excited to make this. And the wool is gorgeous. It's in Lana Grossa. I think it's Mary's Tweed. And it was one of these, like a Euro ball kind of thing that I picked up at a fair last year. and it crochets lovely. It's beautiful, beautiful yarn. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see how we get on. And I'm just crocheting with a box standard El Cheapo crochet hook. So anyway, as a result of this, and it was at this point I was like, you know, Dawn, just quit now. You know, you're making life difficult for yourself, and clearly, you know, you're frogging dishcloths and you can't even crochet a toad. That's a sign. Quit while you're ahead. So, because of what's been going on in the world lately, something popped up. I think it was on my Instagram feed. And I know we've all been looking at ways of how we can support the Ukraine. And I was seeing things popping up about supporting Ukrainian pattern designers because, you know, there's no postage involved. A lot of it is automated and it's just, you know, a PDF gets sent to you. So I thought, you know what, that's something I can do. You know, I can buy patterns, but I wanted to buy a pattern that I was going to make, and you know, I could show off the pattern designer. You know, post on my Instagram and other places. So I bought a couple of patterns, but the one I'm going to show you is something I finished, and this is by Eldon Crochet, and it's called Mole. So here he is, Mole. And I crocheted him in, again, Elise, and it's some cotton mix, and it was scraps, and it hardly used anything at all. Lawrence said, "Where's his eyes?" And I was like, "Does he need eyes? Does he?" And the pattern is so cleverly written, his little front legs. So I was crocheting and I was like, this doesn't look right, this doesn't look right. And then at some point I was like, oh, I have to turn it inside out. And then it was like, pop, his little, how cute is that? The only thing is, what I will say, if you do buy this pattern, I worked this up in an evening. This, I was fine with. No issue with it. So it's very, very well written, very simple pattern. And yeah, worked up very quickly. The only thing is, it's paid for pattern, so I won't go into too much detail, but these are his four little feet claws. I don't know, what are mole's little feet called? You crochet 4 of them separately, and then you join, you know, and crochet as you go. So if you get this pattern, which I recommend you do, and have a look at her other patterns, don't crochet the back little claws in as you go. I'll make another one of these. I'll make several of them because I really enjoyed it. But the back claws, stitch them on later, because mine are not quite as, I did actually try and sew that one to get it to sit. They're not, I don't know, they just didn't, maybe I went off with a stitch count. So I think if I'd have sewn them in, I would have preferred to place them afterwards. I think I would have got them a bit more symmetrical, but it's so cute. Oh, really? This gives me joy. This finally, after all the pulling back and the frustration and just wanting to do something with my hands but not being able to, this was a dream to do. I absolutely loved it. Just so cute. Shall I give him eyes? I think there's also a tail, but I wasn't into doing the tail. Not sure. What do you think? Let me know. Comment below. Does he need eyes or not? I had half mine to do just a French knot. A little dot. Yeah, I might do French knot. Anyway, he might live. He might live in the dresser that I've got in my studio. Incidentally, I'm going to go there. I've got a day off on Monday, so I'm actually going to spend the day at my workshop at my studio. I think I'm going to dye yarn. That's what I'm planning to do. And cut out some fabrics. Yeah, check that out. Eldon Crochet. And this pattern is mole. So cute. Incidentally, if you also want to share any Ukrainian patterns or designers below, share them. Let's help these people in any way we can. That's my opinion on it. So that's all I've got to show you with crochet. Now my coffee's going cold. Right, in the last episode, I also shown you I'd made a load of little toadstools from Fimo, and since then we've split a load more walnut shells, and I've just placed them in. So now the walnut shells dry. Now I need to drill them out, so they're here. I'll show you, that one's done. You can see the difference. So drill all this sort of frilly, scrappy bit out so it's nice and smooth. And then here I'll show you, I've painted them, the toadstools. So these are handmade, sculpted by me from Fimo, and they're painted in acrylic, and then the toadstools will be attached in the shells and painted a gold leafed and all the rest of it. So that's one. I'll show you them. Saying I did a load. I've got 4. There's another one. This is my favourite one. I'm going to show you that. Look at the... I don't know if that's focusing. See a little pointy bit on it? Oh, so nice. And these are 2 that are they're just resting in there. I hope they don't fall out. Yeah, there you go, they fell out. These are 2 little thin mushrooms that will sort of live like that. Oh, I love making these. Now, I'm going to share an incoming with you because it's a little bit related to the walnut shells. But I'm going to rustle a bit because I've got a bag of things. So we'll move on to, let's call it the incoming section. Yeah, let's make some space. Right, I've got a lovely bag here. Today, I have been to a doll's house shop, and I went specifically to buy hinges for my walnut shells because I have got hinges for my dollhouse and we've searched high and low and we cannot find them. So Lawrence and I took ourselves off to a place called Monica Dam. Now, if you would like to see where we went, don't forget there's a link below, and the vlog will have the footage of the village of Monica Dam. It's beautiful. It's all like 15th, 16th century houses. It's beautiful. So I went to what was it called? Avon Miniature, is it? I'll put a link below. Specifically to buy hinges, but of course, since I was there, I couldn't resist buying more things. So I thought, well, I'll just show you. And also what I will do, I'll put another link below I did Vlogmas over on the Dawn Stage channel. If you want to see my doll's house, there's a little bit of footage there. I did, it was for Christmas. The lighting's not the best, but it's a really nice video. I mean, if you want to see, I'd really recommend having a look in that. So, I wanted a new light. So it's got a little chandelier that's to go over my dining table, because at the moment I've got a Tiffany light, a pendant light, but it's a battery operated one, and it gives off this weird blue tinge, and it's just not nice. So I've bought a little chandelier. So Lawrence is responsible for all the wiring in the dollhouse. And of course you need little mini light bulbs to replace pendants and lighting. So that's what I bought. And yeah, I've decided that the next room I'm going to work on is the room in the attic, which is going to be the nursery. Now, so you can buy furniture all painted and finished, and you know, every kind of variety you can think of. Mine is like let's say Victorian themed. It's an old style, but I like to buy as much furniture as I can in this unfinished wood, because I like to hand paint everything. I think about 70% of the things in my dollhouse is hand painted by me. So yeah, I've got this little cradle. So I've only got 2 items for the nursery. So I've got the cradle, and I bought, this is really cute. I've not seen one of these before actually. This little toy chest. And what I didn't realise, because it was in a cabinet, it was in a display cabinet, when the lady opened it to show me, and it's got this little inner and another little, yeah, sort of, I don't even know what that's for, like a little square bit in it. Don't know what it's for. But she said it's nice that you display it like that. Like, what a great idea. So with my Fimo, I can make you know, toys, put a teddy bear in there, maybe some baby shoes, bricks, you know, loads of stuff. So again, you know, I'm going to paint that myself. So I've got a little chest and a cradle. There'll probably be a little single bed going in there as well for the nanny. Right, this is the reason that I did go, is for the teeny weeny hinges. The other hinges we've got are a little bit longer, so we're sort of debating if these are going to be secure enough for the walnut shells, but we'll see. Oh, I've just noticed as well the different coloured screws. That one's got gold, and that's got, I won't screw them, they'll be glued. So I'll leave these, got 2 bags, leave them with my walnut shells. That's why I went. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I bought a couple of other little bits. Couldn't resist this. A bell. That's going to go in the hallway. And I think it does tinkle as well. Shall we try it? If you're really into dolls' houses, if you've always wanted to have a go at collecting them, it's a very expensive hobby. But if you're creative, you can make loads yourself. No, not really. It's a bit of a rubbish thing, but how cute is that? And the other thing is, so dolls' houses come in different scales. So everything I'm showing you is a 1/12 scale. That's what my dollhouse is, which is average. You know, most doll houses or, you know, furniture accessories is 1/12 scale. And then the higher the number, the smaller it is. If you fancy having a go, what I would suggest you do first is maybe just do what they call room boxes. So you can either a wooden box, a shoe box, anything you want, and then just make a room. What's also nice is if you do like a Christmas room or a nursery or a craft room, and then just see how you go. And then if it's something that you like and you're enjoying it and it went well, you can always, everything you make, you can always transfer that into a house later. So it won't be wasted. But yeah, you know, if it's a leap too far, get back to buying a big dollhouse. Okay, this is also for the nursery. Let's see, I'll take it out so you can see. And I just buy little bits at a time and then just keep adding to it, like little stacking rings. It's very cute. But I'll make a lot of stuff, as I said, myself from Fimo. and this is not for the dollhouse, but I just couldn't resist. There was like a €1 bargain bucket. This little pot sheep. How cute is that? It was €1. I was like, I have to have him. Not going in my dollhouse. He'll go in my cabinet of curiosities. Oh, so cute. That's not all. The other thing I bought is, so I've not decided yet if my nursery is going to be for a boy, a girl, or a boy and girl. So I wanted to do something a bit neutral. I have got I've got some bits that I've been saving up for a while. You know, I've got like a high chair and toys and stuff. So that's going to be the floor. And I'm going to have rugs on it. And then I really like this wallpaper. I've got 3 sheets of this. 2 is not quite enough and 3 is too much. So that's fine. And then it's got this like a Dalmatian frieze, is it? Frieze at the top. Really like that. So not yet decided if it's going to be all that or I might do like half. I don't know, we'll have a think. I'm not going to do anything in the dollhouse just yet because my shoulder's really bothering me. But, you know, whilst I was there, I was like, I'm just going to get stuff, you know. And I must say, Lawrence is really supportive of me, you know, of the dollhouse. In fact, so second hand, it's quite an old one. And I mean, it was a bit knackered and broken. And he's done loads of repairs on it for me. And as I said, he does all the wiring and, you know, he's really, he found it online for me. And he was like, oh, what do you think? I was going to get you this house. And, you know, so just gives me so much joy. My kids, not so much. My eldest, Joshua, is horrified by it and so embarrassed that, you know, he's a grown woman, has a dollhouse. But William's good. And funny enough, he's fine. He's like, if it makes you happy, Mum. But funny enough, all their friends think it's great. Much to their horror. When they come, I say, do you want to look in the house, boys? And they all go, yeah. And they're like, wow. The plan is, sorry, I'll pack this away in a minute. The plan is that when I've sort of got most of the rooms done, then I want it packed. I want it that when you look inside, your eyes just don't know where to look. So anyway, if you want to see my dollhouse, there'll be a link below of the latest. I have filmed it a few times, but the one I filmed at Christmas for Vlogmas, yeah, love it. So when my shoulder's, you know, feeling up to it, I'll start on the nursery, on the baby room, the children's room. Right, I've got one more incoming to share with you. And actually, I bought that this morning, and I don't know, it just popped up on my Instagram, as these things often do. And I thought, oh, I have to have this. So this is a designer by Claire Garland Designs. And I can't remember what she's on Instagram. She's got a different name. Her Instagram feed is like stunning. And I saw this pattern. I'm going to insert a picture of it here. Little Duckling. It's gorgeous. Now, I want to knit Little Duckling in more like heathered vintage kind of yarn. But I haven't got any of that kind of yarn in stock, in stash. So I have got this yellow baby acrylic yarn. I don't even know where I got this from. And then this is a little bit, I think this is like a DK for the beak. I figured it'll be okay. You know, for the first one, I'll give the pattern a go, see how I like it. And then if I really, really get on with it well, then I'll invest in some new yarn. But I just wanted to use stash. But, oh, her pattern designs are just out of this world. They're stunning. And as I said, I really, really, really want to start my two bears, is it? Helen, who Marty Makes Podcast, Helen has made quite a few of them, and they're just beautiful. They have this Claire Garland, her designs have a little bit of a feel to the lady, the designer of the Tutsu Bear. Like that bygone time vintage vibe to them. Just so clever, aren't they, these designers? So yeah, that's hopefully, if I can get myself motivated, that's what I'm planning to do with knitting. We'll see. Well, at this point, I think I've pretty much covered everything I wanted to do. Oh no, I've got another incoming. I've completely got to show you this. Only because it's craft related. And if you watch the vlog, you'll know. I think by now you would have seen these. I went to, last weekend we went to the coast, the Dutch coast, a place called Zandvoort. And there was this really nice old-fashioned kind of gift shop. And I spotted these from a mile off and I had to buy, there was 3 designs and I grabbed them. It's sticky back plastic. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but how gorgeous is that? Oh, don't you think if you're in the UK, don't you think it's like the baby cham? Bambi, the deer. Oh, love it. I've got that nice baby blue. And then I've got these nice ducks. I don't know if you can, there's a lot of glare back. There's skylight overhead. Oh, just like this vintage. These little pink and ducks. And then this one, also so cute. Who doesn't love red and white polka dot? And then these vintage kittens. Oh, how gorgeous is that? I don't know what I'm going to do with them. And you can see you get quite a lot. How many meters do you get? Oh, 2 meters, yeah. If you're interested, oh, it's actually Dutch. It's by a company called Living Colour, and it's plastic is sticky back plastic, and it's by Living Colour, and they're a Dutch company in Deventer, and it's I'll put the link www.living-colour-groothandel.nl. Groothandel is wholesalers. Do you know, I hadn't even seen that. I want to check that site out myself. I'm considering how much you get on the roll, 2 meters. They were €5.50 each. Oh, I just had to have them. I couldn't resist. If you've got any suggestions what to do with sticky back plastic, please tell me. I would love to make something with them. At the moment, I'm just looking at them. I'm sure you crafters know exactly what I mean. They're like treasures. Okay, all right. Let's show you my stretchy exercises. So, the first one, this is what the physio has given me to do. So if you want to, we have to keep our joints lubricated. So a really, really good one. And I do this every morning and every evening. And then you're saying, well, clearly it's not working because your shoulder is bad at the moment. We think, my last trip to the hairdressers had a lot of sort of roots, highlights, toner. I was in the basin, the hair, sink a lot. And I was there for a good few hours. And we think that, with a combination of other things, is what's flared it up again. So the exercises do work though. So anyway, this is the first one. Maybe you want to do them with me. So if you put your arms straight in front of you and then you do this, you keep your body still, but you're doing this. I'll show you from the side. You're doing this motion. And then this is, you're lubricating like your scapula. And it's like giving you some room. So that's a really good exercise, but you don't get any sort of instant relief off it. That's just like a daily maintenance thing. And then the other thing that I do a lot is stretching. So a good one is, and these are all, you can just sit down and do them. I do them at my desk, is again, making room, pulling your shoulders out at the back. So now when I very first started doing this, I couldn't reach round, but you hug yourself, but you're putting your arm on each of your shoulders, and then whichever is the dominant, so the arm on the top, which in this is me, that's the shoulder that you're opening, and then you rotate to the opposite, and you just keep, it's like you're giving it a look, hug, and then you just gently sort of rock, you don't pull, but just put enough pressure on that as you're rocking. See, that's a nice feeling, that you can feel that muscle, right under your scapula is just, you can feel it like tugging a little bit. And then sometimes your back will crack, which is really nice. And then if you want to then you do the opposite. So now this is the dominant arm hand, and then I'm stretching this shoulder. So you hug, and then you just gently hug yourself. Oh, it feels so good. It's really like, it feels like it's just opening up. And that one, that's a really nice one to do. That's like, you can feel it. So what I do with that one, so this one I do 10 times 3. So like 1, 2, 10 times, rest. And then I do another 10. So I'm doing them in like 3 batches of 3. And then the shoulder ones, again, I do batches of 3. So maybe start off with do 1 and then count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 rocks, rest, 10 rocks. So you do like 10, 3 times 10 for each shoulder, if that makes sense. I hope you're doing this with me. I've got visions of you in my mind doing it with me. They really help. The other thing is what my physio calls chicken neck. Now, I can't do this too well at the moment because I've got this pinched nerve that's running down this arm, but this is also really good. You do this, you keep your body still. Oh, that hurts me. And you do this, and then, because as a lot of people are doing like this with their neck, but it's although that back and forth movement you've got. So this is also a really good movement to do. And then the other thing is, and this wasn't from my physio, this is more for tension. This one is like, wow, how did I not know about this? Sorry, there's an ambulance somewhere in the neighbourhood, if you can hear it. So imagine you have a sponge full of water and you squeeze it out, and then as soon as it gets wet, it fills back up again. And that's basically, imagine that your muscle, to keep it good, you need a good blood flow through it. And so most of the things we do to help our joints is stretching. But there's also another exercise, which imagine you're doing like a sponge, so you're like squeezing it out and then letting it go so it can fill up again. So you get the blood running through it. So this one's really, really nice. And I actually found this on YouTube somewhere, not that long ago actually. So you sit with your shoulders really quite close. Just relax, sit down, relax, loose. And then you keep one of your shoulders just really relaxed, and then the other shoulder, so I'm going to do this, is my painful one, then you pull it, you don't do this, you pull your shoulder up as high as you can, and then you're going to hold it. And then usually really, really pull it in. Imagine like you're squeezing a sponge, but make sure this shoulder is nice and loose. And then this one. And then you're going to hold it for usually about 10-15 seconds, until, when if you clench something and then you feel that sort of shaky feeling. And then when it gets to that, then super, super slowly. So if you did 15, you're going to count 15, like 15, 14, 13, and you just let it relax all the way down until you know it's completely rested. And that, if you've got tension, is an amazing exercise. And even now I've just done that and it's like, oh, and it's because you've squeezed your muscle and then it's like you're letting it all loose again, and then the blood is like, shoo, the blood's rushing through. That, if you can master that one, but you have to, don't bring your head, don't do this. Keep your head, neck, and just keep nice and loose and relaxed. And then just bring, and very, very slowly, bring your shoulder up really slowly. And then make sure the other one is like super, super relaxed. Because if you're tense, you know, it won't work. And then you keep it like clench, like you're clenching like, you know, an orange or something between your neck and shoulder. And then when you just feel like you're getting that little shake, like your muscles sort of like, oh, I can't hold on anymore. And then super, super slowly, just let it go. Oh, and it's like, as soon as it's like relaxed, it's, even I didn't hold that for that long, it's like, oh, that's a nice exercise. Anyway, I hope you did them with me. Let me know if it helps. You know, the chicken neck's really, really good for your neck. And then this is good for your shoulders, the joint, and then the hugging is like stretching out, and then you know, the holding the shoulder is good for tension. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that little exercise with Dawn. And you know, if you want any other physio or, you know, stretch or tension relief exercises, I can show you other things that I do, let me know below. Anyway, at this point, because I did waffle for an hour, how about that? Don't forget, links and everything are below. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for joining me. And if you could subscribe to the channel if you're not already, that would be amazing. And all the interactions that you do, so when you like, subscribe, comment, all of that, you know, help the YouTube gods recognise that, you know, we're here, and spread the word, and yeah, helping to build a little community, which is what I think we are. And if you don't want to wait so long between now and the next episode, hop on over to the Dawn Stage channel, and there I waffle all week long about everything and anything. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next episode. Bye.